In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the power of community and connection. Yet, it's precisely during challenging times that these bonds become our most valuable assets. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about getting stronger together. It's about using our different backgrounds, skills, and experiences to create a future that's not only strong, but also inclusive and sustainable. Thank you for joining the conversation about climate resilience. Your voice and perspective are crucial in this important work. As we develop climate resilience plans, we want to ensure that everyone's voice is heard and that our plans truly represent our whole community. With our Community Conversation Kit, you'll have a chance to explore ways to make our community more resilient, deal with big challenges, and come up with plans to make us stronger. But more importantly, we'll do it all with kindness, respect, and a real desire to support each other. In this video, we'll present information you will find helpful to understanding our current challenge. After you watch the video, you will activate your experience, your knowledge about our community, and your problem-solving skills to design ways we can build community resilience. Here in Central Virginia, we are experiencing longer, hotter heat waves, stronger storms, smoky air from wildfires, and more invasive plants and insects. As the climate gets warmer, these problems will get worse and affect our health and daily lives. Resilient Together is a joint project led by the city, the county, and UVA to help our community prepare to face these challenges. Our goal is to keep our community safe, strong, and healthy for everyone who lives here in Central Virginia. It's important to start with community context. So first, we'll go over the basics of climate change and then take a look at how it affects us here in Central Virginia. Climate change is the shifts in global weather patterns over time caused by a warming planet. Human activities release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere, which trap heat from the sun and make the Earth warmer. This chart shows how carbon dioxide levels in the air have increased since the time of the Industrial Revolution. When we zoom out and look back over 800,000 years, you can see that carbon dioxide levels have gone up and down many times, with high levels during warm periods and low levels during ice ages. Today, carbon dioxide is higher than ever before and is still rising. Now, let's focus on what this means for us locally. Both Charlottesville and Albemarle County have studied our local climate risks. The findings show that we both face extreme heat, stronger rainstorms that cause flooding, increased drought, and shifting seasons. Altogether, these changes lead to other problems like more pests and diseases affecting people, plants, and animals. Also, as wildfires become more common in the United States and Canada, our air quality suffers from the smoke. If you have been living in Central Virginia in the past several years, you can probably think of an extreme weather event you experienced. Maybe your neighborhood flooded during a heavy storm, or you felt badly after being outside on a smoky day. Summers also feel hotter than before. You're not imagining it. 2024 was the hottest year ever recorded, and it's affecting us locally. We expect Charlottesville and Albemarle to get even hotter. In the recent past, we have had about a week of extremely hot days each summer. That means days where the temperature exceeds 95 degrees. By 2050, we could have over a month of hot days each summer, and by 2075, nearly 2 months of extreme heat. This puts people at risk of heat-related illness, especially our children and older adults. When it doesn't cool down at night, we are particularly vulnerable. Cities tend to get even hotter because of fewer trees and more buildings and pavement. Droughts happen when we don't get enough rain for a long time. This lowers water levels in rivers, lakes, and soils. The dry conditions put stress on trees, animals, and people. Climate models predict that we will have longer dry spells between rainstorms, and when storms do happen, the rain will be much heavier. More droughts also mean a higher risk of water shortages and lower water quality. Drought and flooding have an important relationship. If the ground is either very dry from periods of drought or oversaturated from excessive precipitation, the risk of flooding increases. Speaking of flooding, we are also experiencing more intense rain and snowstorms. As the earth warms, water evaporates more quickly from soils, lakes, and other water bodies. Additionally, warmer air holds more moisture. When that moisture turns into a storm, it releases heavy rain, increasing the risk of flooding. If the ground is too dry or too wet, it can't absorb the water well, making floods even worse. Data from our climate risk and vulnerability assessments indicate our seasons are shifting. Winters are getting milder, and the growing season is changing in unpredictable ways. Over the past 30 years, we've averaged over 2 months of freezing days per year. By the end of the century, that number could be cut in half. Our region is adapted to colder winters that help keep insects and invasive plants at bay. While some may welcome warmer winters, this change disrupts ecosystems that depend on the cold. These changes are making plants and animals more vulnerable to pests and diseases. Climate change doesn't create more pests, but it makes conditions easier for them to spread. For example, some trees in our region are struggling due to heat and drought, making them more likely to be attacked by insects and disease. Warmer winters also allow pests like ticks and mosquitoes to thrive, increasing health risks for people and animals. In recent years, wildfire smoke has been affecting our air quality more often, even when the fires are far away. In 2023, smoke from the Canadian wildfires covered much of the eastern United States. Studies show that most wildfire smoke pollution happens outside the area where the fire is burning. As wildfires increase, we will continue to see more smoky days here in Central Virginia. These changes are not far off in the future, they're happening now. You may remember smoky air from wildfires last summer, long power outages during the January 2022 snowstorm, or extreme heat waves last year. Resilient Together is about making sure we are prepared for more events like these. What does it mean to be prepared? The chart on the left shows how a community that isn't prepared struggles when more extreme weather hits. The chart on the right shows how a community that plans ahead can recover more quickly. A community that has worked to be more resilient by strengthening its community systems like infrastructure, mutual aid networks, and the local economy is better able to recover after an acute event. Being prepared doesn't mean avoiding all impacts, but it does mean we can stay safer and bounce back faster. We know that a strong community is one where people take care of each other. A resilient community understands risk, adapts to change, and supports its members through extreme events. There are many parts to community resilience, including public health, the built environment, livelihoods, and healthy ecosystems. By working together across the city, the county, and UVA, we can learn from one another, produce better outcomes, and make more efficient use of resources.